This is Tim White, Vice Chairman, jetAVIVA, and I'm sitting here with my good friend, Bill Keene, CEO and founder of Keene Wealth Advisors.
One of the things that I also experienced was the professionalism and the communication. So the responsiveness and the proactiveness of your team, whether that was you, or whether it was Jason, or whether it was some of the folks in your accounting department, your finance department,
Contracts.
the contracts department. Hey, when it came to selling aircraft, in the marketing department. So the idea that you all would create a package, a full marketing package with some of the most professional photography and video that I've ever seen anywhere in any business, and the promotion. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, the Meridian sold in 2 days, I believe.
Right.
And we weren't pressured to have to sell it before the other aircraft was purchased, but it did. It sold in 2 days, and away we went.
Right.
Went down and met with one of your salespeople and the new owner, and had a great little session, and off he went. So look at that, the simplicity for me. Now, it's not simple. Please don't think that it's not. I'm talking,
Right.
For me, it's simple. For you, it's complex. One of the values that you all
Right.
bring is you simplify complexity for your client. You protected me. You protected me in a lot of different ways. Like we said, whether it was the maintenance pedigree, whether even getting into the right aircraft was a protection that you provided for me. Looking at what this next one will sell for many, number of years down the road, making sure that the contracts are written correctly, who pays for what discrepancies, who can get out of the transaction, and for what reasons along the journey. The other thing I would like to compliment you on is that you only included me when you needed to, and you handled so many of these issues behind the scenes that I've kind of learned about as the transactions have gone on. You never bothered me with.
Good.
You told me after the fact, this is what we were dealing with. Didn't even want to alert you to it or
Right.
create anxiety.
Right.
This is how we took care of it. And so for me, whatever the fee was, whatever your commission was, for you to make all this happen for me, somewhere around a third of the way through the transaction,
Right.
a third, I realized that fee is worth a multiple of whatever it is. That fee was not an expense. That fee was an investment. That's how I look at it with you all. You all are thought leaders in your industry. You and your team, every time I turn around, you're on a podcast, you're at a convention, you're giving a talk, you're holding events, you're at Oshkosh, you've hosted us there in the past. You're out there in the community with your relationships, providing education, which I think is super important. Being a thought leader in your industry, I spotted it 10 years ago, and it's just gotten more and more. When I would show up to these other providers that you mentioned and say that, hey, I'm working with jetAVIVA, I've got a long-term relationship with them, this is my fourth transaction, or however I introduce myself to them, or I'm good friends with Tim and the team there, I instantly had that same elevated level of response from that other provider, whether that was an insurance company, a finance company, if that was needed, a management company, maintenance facility, you name it. Anytime I said that I was a client of jetAVIVA, this was very real. I felt like I was responded to differently. I was taken more seriously by those outside providers, and possibly even given more of a concierge experience, knowing that, hey, I've been in the game, I've got proper representation as meaning jetAVIVA standing, representing me. And so that was about as powerful as it could be. I mean, that was a huge aspect to the benefit, to the peace of mind, to me delegating those things to you all.